It's time to race. Let's have some fun, good laughs and tears. HogstonGT is the place to be. Crazy and bonkers, the man with no fear. The greatest YouTube Muppet on your screen. Racing at fast pace, racing hard but clean. Trustful, respectful, not what you've come to see. Come like and subscribe, be a part of the team. Racing in the dead of night. No rules to bind me, no speed to fight. Racing HogstonGT on blocking streets. Live fast, love hard in the punk rock heat. Come like and subscribe, be a part of the team. Come like and subscribe, be a part of the team. The time is near to race with no fear. Have fun, laugh, tears. HogstonGT, man with no fear. Crazy and bonkers, he's totally insane. Greatest YouTube Muppets on your screen. Racing at fast pace, racing hard but clean. Racing hard but clean. Come like and subscribe, be a part of the team. Racing in the dead of night. No rules to bind me, no speed to fight. Racing HogstonGT on blocking streets. Live fast, love hard in the punk rock heat. Like and subscribe, be a part of the team. Live fast, love hard in the punk rock heat. Fast pace, racing hard but clean. Come like and subscribe, be a part of the team.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Welcome, y'all.
I'm damn good at that.
What's up, y'all? Welcome again to episode 3 of Behind the Wheel. It's me, VKG, back in the hot seat. I'm behind my wheel, and I've got a very special guest today, all the way from the UK. Before we get started, I just want to shout out to everybody who came in: Dutchy, Arizona, Misa, Mista, Stag, all you guys. It's good to see you. Rob, thank you for jumping in. Pyro, and everybody else who comes in. We've opened up the viewing for the public. We're going to keep chat to members, but we want everybody to be included into this. We know Hogston has an amazing community. Our community is growing, and we have an amazing group of people, and everybody deserves to be in on the fun. So let's keep it appropriate. Let's keep the chat positive. Make sure you got your questions ready, because there's gonna be a time where we can ask Hogston some questions that you guys want to ask, and we'll make sure we get some involvement. If there's anything you guys want to ask, just again save it for the end, because it's going to be hard for me to interact with chat. But I'm happy that you guys are here, and without further ado, please let me introduce to you the man, the myth, the legend, HogstonGT, man. What's up, brother? How you doing?
How you doing, man? You good?
I'm good, man. How are you? Welcome. How's the weather out there? I see you're in a hoodie like me.
Yeah, well, it's cold. It's been drizzling earlier today, so the temperature's starting to drop now.
Is it so out when we say temperatures are starting to drop out here in Arizona? That means when the 9 turns to an 8, and we're in Fahrenheit, by the way. When the 9 turns to 8, we get that 89. That's when I get to go throw my hoodie on. What's it for you guys?
Oh, anything under 15.
15
to get moist weather, yeah.
I wasn't that good at math, so it's hard for me to figure that out. But I know that
I can't figure out the math out honestly, because it's like, I think if it's 0 degrees here, I think it's 32 Fahrenheit. I think.
Sounds about right. I remember I was talking to Beavis. He was like, "It's 45 here," and I'm like, "Man, that's rough." We're about a
that's quite
105,
spicy.
and it was like the same temperature. So it's interesting to me. And as we go more and more international with this, as we get all over the place, we were in Canada with Greasy last week. We start off with Pop Up in Colorado. So weather wise, all of you guys are cold to me. I need to get somebody on the show who's actually hotter than we are out here in the desert, because you guys are spoiled, man. You guys are spoiled. So you're tuning in all the way from Northamptonshire, right? Hopefully I got that right. United Kingdom. And how long have you been out there? Tell me what that's like out there. From what I've seen on Google, it's a beautiful place. It's 5,200 plus miles away from me, just so you know.
Fucking hell. That's a long way. No, I've been living in Northamptonshire all my life, basically. It's a smaller town where I live in, which, for my reasons, I do not want to locate exactly where I live. But Northamptonshire is the county that I live in. But I've been living here since, well, I'm 37 now, so 37 years I've been living in that county.
Nice. I'm 36, so it's cool that we're the same age. We got a lot in common, Hoggy. We've done a lot of things. We got more in common than we'd like to have in common when it comes to how we've busted ourselves up in life a little bit. Yeah. We're both got a little hobble to us now. But hey, it came from hard work and it came from busting our butts, so at least we got that. So let's talk about a little bit. Obviously, we got you here on the show. Thank you for coming and participating in episode 3.
Welcome, mate. You're welcome.
You know, I got to open the show and figure out what got you behind the wheel, man. Why are you sitting here now where you're at as one of the top drivers in GT, one of the top drivers in ACC, especially to me, man. I'm constantly watching your bumper. I can't catch up with you. Every time I jump, I finally got to race with you and you're just gone, man. So what did it take to get there, and kind of what got you in this whole position in the first place?
Well, basically, I used to race go-karts from a local club that I used to go to before my son was born. So we're talking over 7 years ago now. I was doing it for a couple of years, but I had to give it up, of course, because having my son, I just couldn't afford to do raise a kid and go-kart at the same time. So I stopped doing it, and then I still had I had an Xbox back then, and games would get a bit, well, rubbish in my eyes. But and then my daughter, bless her, she wanted to get rid of a PS4, and I said, no, I'll buy it for you, like, type of thing, because I know there's a couple of games I wanted to play over the PlayStation, and I snapped up Gran Turismo Sport for like about £10 was on offer. So I was like, yeah, done. I'll buy that, and start playing that, and I was just thinking, oh my god, this is so much more realistic than I thought it was. Just practicing along, and I thought some of these tracks are just too hard at start, and I was like, where are the breaking points? Went on YouTube and trying to find some track guides and everything, and then basically I stumbled across Tishney. And I was watching some of his lap guides. I was like, oh my god, this guy's phenomenal. And like, all of a sudden, I was shaving seconds off my time. I was like, oh wait, I'm going to keep on watching him. And he was like live streaming a lot more back then. And then I was like watching him, and I was just inspired by how quick he was, how funny he is. And then basically, I just thought to myself, I need to get a wheel and maybe a rig. Maybe I can get quicker that way as well. So literally, like, I suppose my missus, and I started like, can I get a rig? I'm really, really enjoying this. So she was like, yeah, as long as it's not stupidly expensive. And I was like, I was like, yeah, exactly. So at first, my first wheel was the Logitech G29, I believe it is, for the PlayStation, or G29 free.
Seems to be the starter wheel, man. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's a good basic entry level wheel. So I got that, and then I got a player seat rig, which was horrible. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it was absolutely horrible. But made do. It was cheap. Started doing that. So and then I've shaved a bit more, a couple more seconds off. So I'm getting a bit competitive now. Nothing major, like nothing as what you say, bless you, alien. But but I was getting myself a bit quicker, and I was literally shot up through the rankings up to A, and then A is where I started struggling a little bit. with with the dirty races, or I was hitting like tracks that I was struggling with.
Right.
And everything. So then
It gets real tough once you get up there, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. So I was really struggling at one point. It's like I thought, okay, is this my limit already? If I hit my limit and I'm can't go any faster or any better. So again, continuously watching Tishney. I met started speaking to
Shout out Tishney.
Yeah, definitely shout out to my boy Tishney and all the TCR crew as well. So basically then after that, I was like wanted to join there, I wasn't even joined in their Discord or anything, and then I found out I could just sign a form and obey by the TCR rules of racing respectfully,
right,
etc. I was like, yeah, sure, that's of course I want to race I'm never going to race in real life or anything like that, so I might as well try and do as best I can for the game. Do you know what I mean? And race how you should race.
And that's led into, so I'm looking right now, sorry to cut you off, but I definitely want to show while you're talking. I got a picture here of your newest rig. So going from all of that, let's just get an idea of what Hog is sitting in right now in this amazing, beautiful setup. So from all that, now you're here. What does this feel like?
Yeah, sipping on a cloud, if I'm honest with you. But before I go on with anything, though, I want to give a shout out for the community that made that possible. I mean, because it came out from nowhere. These guys, it was Eric Vine and Marley Diesel who started that. Just one day we were just streaming normal stream. I've just found out I had to try and fork out 400 quid for my MOT because it failed on a couple of bits. And I showed them every time I'm trying to do something well, something stops me in my tracks, and also the joke was as well my old rig. The steering wheel was basically bouncing up and down every time we go around corners. It was just rocking up and down all the time.
The whole shake.
And my chat was just having a field day with it. And everything, and I thought, well, maybe that's my talent. Maybe that's why I'm going so quick, because I have a suspension wheel or something. I don't know, but literally, they just started donating. I was like, guys, stop it, stop it! You don't need to do this. I don't need you to do this for me. And then within that stream, I got enough money to go and buy one. And I'm not gonna lie, I got really emotional because I was like, you didn't have to do that. Bloody hell, I was speechless. I was absolutely speechless, and
I was live for that. I remember watching that stream.
Blew me away. And then I thought, and then everyone in the chat were just basically saying, "Build it live."
Yeah, I was like, well, I was there for that too.
And I was like, you really want me to build this live? And they were like, yeah, it'd be so funny. I was like, oh God. I said, well, I tell you what. If it weren't for you lot, I wouldn't be in this position. So I'm gonna do it for you guys.
Oh man, you put yourself through it too with the D, man. I was watching like, oh man, and they're not easy. They are not easy. Any advice for anybody who's gonna go through that? And tell us what kind of frame is this? What kind of rig is this? If anybody wants to kind of.
Right, so this is a Omega GT Prime Light with a RS12 carbon seat.
And Skelly wants to know how big your TV is.
My TV?
Or your screen.
It's big.
It's pretty big. He's spoiled, y'all. He's spoiled.
That's an old TV. So I actually had that TV before I even started streaming. When I just had this room without all the equipment that you can see in the picture. And I had basically a 38 screen TV, and I said to my missus, I want to get a bigger TV. And then literally Black Friday was around the corner, and then I saw one for back then, we're talking a few years ago, 65-inch LG TV, and I was like, I'm getting that bad boy.
Nice. And then, I'm a big TV buff myself, man. Everybody's got to have a TV.
I was gonna say if I'm really honest now, I really wish I got a smaller one. I wish I got at least like a 52 or 48 at least. So
I did
chat could be
read
closer to
somewhere.
me.
I did read somewhere that the optimal screen size is 42 inches
Yeah,
because of your the way your vision is and being able to see. So
yeah,
that's what I did. I went out and bought a 42 inch exactly. I remember when I was like just starting up, and I mean I was looking up everybody, and I found a guy. I can't even think of who he is. He doesn't even make content. He's just a like act like a professional sim racer, and he
yeah.
released a video on like all the dimensions and how you should be sitting, and you know how your wrist is supposed to be, you know, on the thing on the, and then 60 inches from your eyes to the TV. So that's a lot of space. Do you think there's an advantage to having a big TV? I mean, do you see more? What do you think?
Well, you can see more. Yeah, you can see it much closer to you because it's how big it is. But it can be a bit tricky. I mean, because if I'm focusing straight up, and if the radar is like to the corner, depending what camera position I use, yeah, it's not like you could just use your eyeballs and turn. You've got to sort of twist your head a little bit to actually see the radar properly. So I think, yeah, it is a bit too big. I mean, and yes, but I say no more than a 52 inches needed.
Right. So if you're out there looking for TV thinking in, you can go super big, but you can go a little bit smaller, y'all, like the rest of
Yeah,
us. Jeez,
definitely.
Hogston's spoiled over here. But it's also because you're not just a racer. We were chatting earlier. We have a lot of fun games that we've played in common. So you said that you're planning on possibly starting another channel because you do have a love for a lot of other games. Tell me about some of them other games, and maybe the community likes some of those too. If anybody's got questions about other
Uh,
games.
Well, yes. I was thinking at some point, just for fun. I mean, nothing serious, but there are other games like other than race that I do love, enjoy, like Final Fantasy 7. Spider Man. I think there's a new Wolverine Marvel coming out. It's maybe really good, but I've been hearing that for ages. But yeah, it's just and silly games as well. Like because I like to have a laugh. I like to have like just act like a goof on stream a lot of times.
I think that's what we love
Um,
most about you, brother.
yeah, well, I try. So, but basically, so I was thought to myself, well, actually, one of my daughters, only got one. So my daughter said to me, why don't you try some of these horror games on Steam? I was like, horror? I don't. Okay,
Ooh.
like as I'm not ultimately not the horror guy, but and I thought to myself. Actually, that might be quite funny. Like if it's something really scary and
Yeah.
stuff,
A little
I could
hoggy
just scream.
scare.
Yeah, like a hoggy like scare scream and everything. So it will be probably more entertaining for the viewers seeing me react like an absolute girl. So
Oh man.
so I just thought, I like to say I like to entertain and like I don't always I'm not always the best at everything, but as long as people come and watch because they enjoy and I make them laugh and stuff, then I'm winning end of the day, and that's how I see it. As long as
Heck
I
yeah, brother.
bring back, if I could bring back the viewers due to just the entertainment side, that is, one of my wins
And
every
you've
time.
done pretty amazing. I mean, you're one of the first channels that I guess I introduced myself to you. Obviously, I defined you, but one of the first channels that I found. Obviously, I always give the shout out. The first time I ever Googled sim racing, it was Rory popped up, super like all these guys that were like way out of my league, and that's kind of when I first saw like my impression of sim racing. And then when I started getting into the community, it was like, okay, there's kind of a place where we can all kind of grow. And I believe that your community is one of those. And when you come in and you introduce yourself, you guys call yourself the Demons because obviously you guys are fast. It's a lot of fun. I love your logo.
I,
I love the purple.
actually, sorry to interrupt. That's actually not the reason why I say demons,
Why are we Demons?
because everyone says well, at the start everyone used to say legends, and I've been brought up through rock and roll, and 666 like the number of the beast and stuff. So and I was like, well, I respect, like, I don't respect or anything like that. It's like, yeah, demons, So I was like, hello, demons, and everything.
So
And everything like
it
that. So
comes
that was
from the rock and roll heart. That's good to know, man.
basically, yeah. But I think I started upsetting people because I was like, "I'm no demon." I was like, "It's just a joke."
It's a joke. You got to, and that
It's
we were talking about this earlier, man. Is is having a grain of salt just with about everything on YouTube. You got to be able to joke. You got to be able to laugh. Different people got different sense of humors, different parts of the world. And you and I, and I'm sure every man knows, whoever have been in a relationship, arguing over text messaging doesn't get you anywhere. So arguing over chat for me sometimes is like, there's not enough words or enough emojis to express to you the joke if you didn't get it. And if you didn't get it, just let it go, because a new joke is coming. So I think that's one of the things that I appreciate most about you and your community, is it's a place where you can come in, you can laugh, you can joke. And you getting back to this channel, you just started a new event or series, we'll call it Wacky Races. Some of the funniest things that I've seen. I remember when you were asking about it the first time, and I was like, "Yeah, we got to chase down Hog. We gotta bring in some destruction into this. We gotta play tag or something." And you came up with some amazing games. Tell us about some of those games, man, and how we can find that.
Well, excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah. So basically, there's people like who I follow, and I support, like HogstonGT. He does like the weekend lobbies for the next week races, and gives everyone a chance to get a head start with the races that are going to come next week and everything like that, which is great, and absolutely brilliant. And when I can, I try and participate as well in that as well. But I thought to myself, why sometimes do you have to race so seriously on the game? Why can't we have a bit of fun and use random cars, like random cars on tracks that you don't really match together,
like the carts on Nords?
Yeah, carts on Nords, ambulances on Nords, and that's the community's one of the favourites, the ambulances on Nords. Because everyone, I mean, seriously, people who haven't seen it, they all start, "Oh, this is slow," but then when it gets into the race, we start getting around the twisty corners, and we go 3 wide and stuff like that.
Yeah, you definitely adjust, and the liveries are epic, man. Absolutely amazing.
Are phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. I mean, shout out to the guys who come in on the Wacky Races with their funny liveries. Are absolutely spectacular. And but yeah, like it's a bit like, it's just like, in my opinion, is what I want from it is everyone to just relax, have a good Friday night. You worked hard this week. You just come on, you do some funny races. Who cares where you come? Like, it's not about winning. It's about having fun, and also learning the cars that you've never used before. But that's the only tricky part at the moment, is because not everyone is on it as much as, say, me or X, Y, Z. So they don't have the money to buy some of these cars that I want to use at the moment. So we are sort of limited at the moment to the cars that we can use. But eventually, hopefully, people start having a bit more of a car selection of cars, so we can start introducing newer cars and different cars into the game, or into the Wacky Races, so I say, and start using other tracks as well. Because I think I personally think they'll be amazing, like, and a good laugh for everyone. I mean,
for sure.
I mean, and I will admit now, and I hate to say it, but there's some people who come on and they take it a bit too seriously, and they get all sulky, they leave because someone's accidentally hit them off. I mean, don't get me wrong, if they don't wait up, yes, it's very annoying, because I don't respect that at all. If you're going to hit someone off by accident, because if it's skill or you outbrake yourself, whatever, wait up for the guy. Who cares? You're not going to lose no DR, you're not going to lose no SR, you just carry on with the race with them.
Still want to have that sense of sportsmanship, though.
Of course, you still got to have that sportsmanship. Wacky Races means, like, say, the combinations of cars and tracks we don't use on any daily race or anything like that. Because let's face it, daily race at the moment is so repetitive, quite a lot. I mean, Suzuka this week for daily race C, we've seen that so many times now, but we've not seen, we haven't seen many of the Tokyo races around daily race A, B, or C. There's 6 of them, but I feel in the past month and a half we've seen 1. And since then, I can't remember the last time we actually had a daily race that was in Tokyo. So it's like trying to use one of them tracks with not the race cars, but a road car, to make it a bit more interesting, and also help people who, like, say, don't use these cars a lot about throttle control, because some of them are quite tail happy, and all very understeery, so you've got to control the balance of
Right.
the throttle. So it's also trying to help them become better racers themselves. So it's not just about the racing; it's about, like I say, enjoying yourself and becoming better. And like I say, your racecraft and
That's what I was gonna say.
and everyone just coming together and enjoy a nice Friday night or Saturday night, depending, like with my other things I've got to do as well.
It's good that you do those at the end of the week, because it is like that nice break, and it does kind of. And I've seen you get serious on the track. I know today you were in a 4.5 hour. Was it? I know it was with
ACC.
Marley Diesel. Which one was it? ACC, right?
4.5 hours. Yeah.
At Suzuka. So tell me a little bit about that. I know and when you jump over from GT, so we went from GT being super serious to making some wacky races. So it's a little bit of a break. And then we jump into ACC. And and I'm just now getting into ACC just as of recent. Yeah. It is an entirely different animal. So tell me about some of the pressure between jumping from GT to ACC and kind of what people can expect. Cause I know there's some people who play both. There's some people who stick to one or the other, and there's some people who are right on the edge.
Well, basically, the first main thing is Gran Turismo is basically turn on, start playing the game. That's the main people love to do. Just they don't want to know about setups and trying to get the best out of the cars. And ACC is more realistic when it comes to tuning the race cars to the best spec for each track. Because, like I say, you don't just have one setup and it'll work on every single track. It doesn't. The
setups are insane.
Exactly, and there is setups out there that you can either purchase, or there is a couple of YouTubers who have actually dedicated their time to do setups and post them online as well.
Do you know any of those guys? Because I know Marley and Yako. I know the early birds. So if anybody's looking for some tunes, if you guys do know the early birds, Marley Diesel, Yako, Erratic, Grim, Ruthless, B45, Legend. There's a lot of them out there in that early birds group. If you guys do jump on early birds, those guys seem to have all the tunes kind of set up for that stuff. So just to throw that out there, I'll let you get back to kind of telling us why you like it.
Oh yeah, so I like it because it's more, like I say, more serious, more realistic. Like you say with Gran Turismo, the one thing I love about ACC is the penalty system. It is just, in my opinion, the best penalty system I've ever seen in a game. It doesn't give you a penalty for harsh reasons. It will give you like warnings, but if you went off the track a little bit, but you didn't gain an advantage to the guy in front of you, it's just a warning,
right?
Which I think is brilliant. So you made no advantage to that, say, cut or anything. So you just carry on. It's just letting you know you went off the track. Be careful. Like, it's like a warning. Like, say, be careful. And then if you do go off the track and make a significant advantage, then he'll give you like your first warning, and then you've got then 3 warnings, and then if you do the 4th warning, that warning becomes a drive-through penalty. So you've got to go in the pits and serve your penalty, which I, in a way, prefer. They can implement it on Gran Turismo probably in a different way, because let's face it, ACC do longer endurances compared to Gran Turismo, but they can still implement that in the game and make it so like you do, like say 2 strikes, then the 3rd strike you get 20-second penalty, or you've got to go in pits and then do a drive-by that way.
Right, and Stag had mentioned that he likes the damage. Is that something that you like in ACC?
Yes, in a way, because it does help with I'll say help, loosely, but it makes the racing more cleanly. Not all the time, don't get me wrong, because you've still got idiots who try and do the stupidest dive bombs while you're taking a corner, and inevitably not going to work. And
it's so bad at ACC when it happens.
Exactly, which then brings into the report. So you can report people for dangerous, reckless driving and stuff like that. When you can see you were nowhere near in a million years going to make that corner, you were going to hit me regardless. You can report it. Then the stewards, like the people in the game, can then see and go, yeah, that was outrageous, and then you can penalise them with the SR that you work for in each race, and they'll give you like say a 1.0 less SR,
Right.
because I think the max is 9.99, and trust
And
me,
SR is like DR.
SR is like no, SR is our safety still, but it's a lot tougher than Gran Turismo. Gran
Oh,
Turismo, you can go down to A, and then say 2 races later be back into A star again.
right.
This one, if you drop A, it'll probably take you a good 5 races
Oh, wow.
easy,
Wow.
like to try and get back to where you are, and that is if you literally have clean races all the time. Because the moment if you make a off-track penalty or slight contact, USR goes down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a lot
And I know a
stricter.
lot of people don't like the ghosting system on GT. I can't say I'm too biased because I've only been sim racing for about, yeah, I have to say 6 months now. Really, I've really about 4 months since I got serious about the wheel. But for me, the ghosting in GT gets a bit it gets annoying in clutch moments, because when you're really in close quarters with folks and you end up getting kind of those crunch penalties and you get 3-second delays, and that for me, that's the frustration. So in ACC, when you have those little minor taps and crunches, like you said, when you kind of get the 3 warning system, that seems to be a little bit more accurate to me. What do you think about the ghosting system?
See, the ghosting system is good in some cases because, like, sometimes, like again, with Gran Turismo, it's more like say more of just the enjoyment. It's not fully simulated, regardless of what it says. It's more simcade than it is simulation.
I've heard that
Um,
term, simcade.
yeah, simcade. Yeah, so it's like simulation of how you race, but it's still a bit arcadish when it comes to like say ghosting, because in real life there is no ghost. Like you don't ghost into a car or anything like that. So that's unrealistic, isn't it?
Right.
So I do like it in ways, because let's face it, if you're having a battle and there's nowhere you can go, and yes, you're going straight through them, or if you've got no choice but to go straight through them, it's okay. But I mean, but then you can take it off in lobbies as well. So it's a pro to a con, how I see it, because not all the time does the ghosting always work.
Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty of times. I mean, I can lose count how many times someone's lost it in front of me, and I'm thinking, can you ghost? You're not ghosting. You're not ghosting. And I've plowed into them, and there's nowhere for me to go. And then I get a 3-second penalty for
Right.
hitting them. I'm like, where can I go?
Yeah.
I can't go anywhere.
And I hate that the penalty will come in like the next lap, and it almost messes up 2 whole laps, because you have the
Yeah.
mistake that was made, and then you have the penalty served, and then you're trying to catch back up. It's for me, it needs a little bit of work. But anyways, let's move on a little bit.
Definitely further. Definitely does.
I definitely want to touch on you had a big event happen in your life recently, and it came I want to say it's been about 3 or 4 months since you got hurt. 3 or 4
Yeah.
months, and I know that you're in the thick of it. I know that you're finally up and moving. But I have a couple pictures here, just so everybody knows. We didn't get the real gory ones. We just got some bruising. But just a warning to you guys, this is painful. Hoggy just endured a very serious knee injury recently, and it's one of the reasons why he's kind of been grinding so hard, and why the community's been rallying so much. And we share this in common, man. I've had a really bad knee injury myself. Took me several years to recover from. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that? What happened, and kind of what the journey's been like, and where we're going from here. Oh, right. Oh, Oh no. One sec, Bug. One sec. We're losing your audio here for a sec. Let me try to get your audio back. One sec, folks. My bad. We got Hoggy here, right? Let's just make sure we got your audio here. So here's what I'm gonna do. We'll just keep it here. You can go ahead and keep talking. We'll just jump out of that. Everybody saw the knee. But we'll go back to where you got hurt and when you fell, because I think all that audio got lost there.
Okay, sorry. So basically, so after the 2 weeks where I was meant to go back to work, I basically couldn't move. Like if one of my exercises I had to do was lift my lift my leg up in the air, and I couldn't do it. Excuse me. And so I said to my missus, something ain't right here because I cannot feel this. And there is one of the pictures that you've seen, but you haven't showed it, which I totally get. It's a bit not nice. Is I was able to stick 2 fingers in between my knee, and I could just push in. I showed my missus. I went, that ain't right. So this ain't right at all. And she was like, okay, go to emergency doctors, in the morning, because this was like 9 o'clock at night. And she goes, and go have a check. And then that X-ray that you just saw, basically, I said what the doctors, when they popped my leg back in, didn't realise that I severed my tendons and my bottom part of my kneecap.
Ooh. And that's why the kneecap was floated all the way up, didn't it?
Up, yeah, exactly. So you've got, you've got 4 tendons in your kneecap, don't you? You've got the top, sides, and the bottom. So because the bottom was severed, there was nothing to hold that into place. So it shriveled it up to go up over the top of my thigh. And and I said to him again, Mrs. I was like, "There's a lump up here, and it's not, this ain't right." And she kept us thinking, bless her. Mrs. Matt, so to say, said that she just thought it was still swollen. And I was like, that ain't swollen, that's rock hard, it's not right.
Yeah.
You get myself a bit worked up. I was thinking, like, why ain't no one believing me?
I remember the streams. Like, I think I remember the last two streams before you finally went into the ER, and you were like, guys, I gotta go into the emergency room here because my knee is not supposed to be doing this.
Oh
my gosh, man!
Something went right. I had to keep on, like, say, lifting my thigh up and like placing my lower leg onto like the pedals or wherever I wanted to pull it, because I couldn't physically do it with my own strength, and that's the reason why.
Oh my gosh!
Because the tendons on my bottom part of the kneecap was severed. That basically is, like the doctor said, basically that connects your bottom part of the leg to your top part of the leg.
Right.
Without that, you cannot move the bottom part of your leg. You could move your toes and stuff, but to actually physically move the bottom part of your leg, it just dangled. And they had to admit me into hospital for emergency operation because it had been 2 weeks.
And that was on a bed. That day. That was not a good day. That was not a good day to go into surgery, was it? If I recall.
No, it was my son's birthday.
Yep.
And I was a bit upset about that.
Yeah. I think we were all feeling for you, man. I know I've sent out so many positive thoughts, so many positive vibes.
So there's so many people who
the community rallied, man. Absolutely rallied. I don't think I've never seen nothing like it. Just for a moment to shout out to I mean, to GT, to it's just so many people, Larson, and obviously your wife. I believe you guys have been married 7 years. You guys got a kiddo. I mean, you're a family man. You're a hardworking man. You doing this as a hobby and as fun inside, and it really became something more than that. I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, I believe that this venture for you had to have become so much more important after that little wave of community input, because it just, the passion and the thought and all the emotion that went into it, man. I can't believe that. I couldn't believe that so many of those people haven't become very close to you and haven't become dear friends from all of that input.
There's several guys who, bless their hearts, like, donated so much and been constantly sending me messages, phone calls, especially when I was in hospital as well. I still remember me and Larson having I think it was a 2-hour conversation because I was so angry at hospital because there one in the day they said like you're gonna have this operation today, and then the doctor came and said no you're not, and just walked off. And I was like, is there a reason? Like, and I got myself worked up because I was like, I'm stuck in here, there's no explanation, and I was seeing myself really agitated. I remember, like I said, posting, I was like, I'm sick, I'm missing my family, I've missed my son's birthday, and I'm so, I'm really getting myself worked up over it all. And like Larson said, like, if you can give me a ring and stuff. And I did, and bless him, he's, just spoke to me for 2 hours, like, just talking, and the community, and it was it was amazing. And Robert Dog as well, he
Shout out
ran as
Robert
well.
Dog.
He ran it as well when he could, when he was in work as well. I had, like, say, captain, I had official, Sparks Theory, bless him. Sparks Theory, I mean, I thought he was joking at this one, but basically, we were just started to chat, and out of the blue, he said, "Have you had anything to eat?" And I said, "No, I'm near the mouth at the moment." And he goes, "Go down to reception in half an hour." But I was in the ward, and I weren't allowed to leave my ward at this point. So I'm there like, what are you on about? I said, and he sent me a picture. He ordered me a McDonald's. He goes, "It's better than that hospital food." And I was like, you what? I said, "Why have you ordered me McDonald's, man?" I said, "You crazy?" And he's like, "No, mate, go and eat it, mate. Enjoy, let me know." And I was like, I can't leave the ward for another 4 hours. So by the time I was able to get downstairs, when they said I couldn't have the operation, I went downstairs, and there it was, stone cold. And I tell you what, it was the best food I had.
Oh yeah, especially after hospital food.
Yeah, it was over this hospital because I wasn't able to eat. It was 15 hours without
eating. Oh yeah, you didn't even get to eat. That's right.
Yeah, 15 hours, and I had a stone cold Big Mac and chips. And I was like, dude, give a crap. Just ramming it down my throat, and I was like,
hey, we know that stuff never goes bad anyways. So.
Mate, I was like, Sparks, I love you, man. Thank you so much for that.
Shout out to Sparks, man. I know Sparks is live right now, but shout out to Sparks, the community. Dude, it honestly, man, if I keep letting you talk about this stuff, I'm gonna start tearing up. I already start to see the water building up in the eyes, man. Amazing community, dude. I truly, man, I'm super happy for you. I'm so happy that everybody rallied around you. I know that you're gonna be paying this forward. I know it's the kind of person that you are. For me, the community.
One day I will. Yeah.
And you do already, man. Just with the way that you bring joy, when we come into your channel, and if there's any advice that I could ever give you, and obviously, man, you're a mentor of mine, so just keep that up, man, because it does help us, and a lot of us are tuning in for different reasons. There's been tough days that I've had, or and usually it's mornings with you, but I can come in there and laugh and joke and have fun, and I usually, before I know it, I got a smile on my face. So that's what it's all about, dude. And if there's anything that I could say that justifies all of this, is that's because of who you are, man. And I think people see that, and I don't think it's hard to see at all.
I appreciate that. Thank you. But I mean, the only thing I could say at the moment, because I say times are tough for me, I wish I can just do what I can do at the moment. Give back, but unfortunately I can't, because of course family's first.
Yeah.
But for people at the moment is especially just at the moment is the streamers. So always give people a shout out every time people come to the stream. I always appreciate everyone who comes into my streams every time, and I always pay attention to them, and have a laugh with them, and have a wind up with each other and everything like that. And I'd say do enjoy it. But the main thing is as well is like the streamers, so such as yourself, like Dutchy, Sparks, Pixel Racer, so forth, right? So Marley Diesel, of course. People, it doesn't matter if you're more subscribers to me or less subscribers to me. I also want them to appreciate what you do as well. So it may not be nothing, But to me, I feel like it's something to help you like get them extra subscribers if they appreciate the form of, like, say, sim racing in different forms of different, like, say, different levels. So whether whether you're A plus or B or whatever, it's to show that we are all together in this community. So if I'm not on, you may be on, or Dutchie's on in the morning, or Jacko's on in the early morning. Do you know what I mean? There's always going to be someone that they can see who is on and they can watch and enjoy.
Heck yeah, man.
So,
well said. Well said, sir. You mentioned some legends there, and we're going to get to those guys right now. Skelly said he wants a signed knee brace from you, though.
Yes, I know he does. he has. I think he has a fetish about that.
I got a nice collection of knee braces, man. I bet you got a collection starting to get going.
I've got a load of walking sticks from a hospital. You can have one of them.
Yeah, side of stick. That's gonna be one of the next raffles, man. When you hit 2K. When you hit 2K, we're gonna raffle off, or we're gonna send out one of those walking sticks.
Have one of my walking sticks that I hobbled for the last 12
We're gonna
weeks.
hang it on the wall and say this stick came from the leg of Hogston. There we go.
Oh my god! Yeah,
So,
that's gonna be worth nothing.
So I'm hoping we jump over without any audio issues. When we jumped over, I think you saw to the knee pictures. I must have not had it set up, but you do rub elbows with some pretty legendary folks, and just recently. You went out to the, it looks like the 10th anniversary ADAC Expo. Let me paste this real quick in here before you start talking, because hopefully with this, we will have some sound. And before I get... So what we're going to do here is we're going to let you talk about the expo and kind of tell us about what that experience was like. For a second here, let me try to get the sound fixed. If everybody can just be patient for 1 second. I'm trying to add some Discord. Let me get you, let's see if we can do a sound check from you real quick. Yeah, so we're not getting that there, and that's okay. That's okay. What we'll do here is we're going to let these Discord pics play. And I'm gonna, they can see you, but for some reason we don't have audio. So they saw, I mean, we got Sparks Theory here. We got obviously Rory the Great. We have, you guys were able to do all kinds of amazing things. I see Marley Diesel. I believe I see Dutchie. We got some, so it looks like you guys were able to experience a lot of amazing things. It looks like a pretty big show. We'll have these for everybody to kind of check out after the show if you guys like. But tell us a little bit about what the expo was like, what it was like driving out there. I believe that Marley Diesel was the one who drove you guys 5 hours in a car. And I remember talking to him about that, like the pressure of having all of those people in one car. What was that like, man?
Well, one thing, it wasn't 5 hours, it was more 10. It was more 10 hours. He was an absolute trooper doing that trip. So it was, so basically with that, again, bless, and again, shout out to Marley Diesel, Sparks, Rory, and Flipping Heck as well, who made it possible for me to go. They helped me because they know I've been, like I say, basically homebound for 12 weeks back then, and Rory asked me basically if I wanted to go, and at first it was a no because I was like, I can't afford it. Like I don't know how you're planning on going, this and that. And then Marley asked me if I was going. I was like, I can't. I haven't got enough. I've got to pay the bills and stuff like that. And then before anything, they've sorted out pretty much me to go and to take spending money. I was like, are you guys kidding me? Like, again, I was like, come on, guys, you don't have to do this. And I was like, shut up, Hoggy. You need to come, and you need to get out of your house and enjoy yourself. You've been wrapped up in a house for over 12 weeks, and you need to just blow some steam off. I was like, but guys, I can't afford to pay you back. And they were like, who said you got to pay us back? I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, bloody hell,
Twisted your arm, they did.
Yeah, but it broke it more like anything. But again, and I'm forever in their debt as well because of that reason as well. It's amazing that, again, because I support their channels. I'm a moderator in Rory's now, and I'm moderating Spark and Marley's. You know, and because I say I support their channels because they support me. And I'm guessing they just thought, you know, you need a break, and you know, just come out and enjoy yourself. It just, just take a bit of spending money. But yeah, so skip that part. And like I say, yeah, the 10-hour drive there was long and painful for me because of my knee. Because like I say, staying in one position all the time really toll on my knee. But it was all worth it when we got there, and I met some, like I say, some of my supporters, and meeting Rory and Sparks, Marley and Dutchy as well. It was amazing to see, like I say, a bunch of sim racers and streamers.
You guys got to try out that new Thrustmaster too, didn't you?
Yes, we did. Yes, so that is there. We tested out, excuse me, the T598 on the ACC as well, which I admit was an absolute brilliant piece of new equipment that is, like I say, challenging the Fanatec DD Pro. So, and it's like £150 cheaper as well.
Wow.
And in my opinion, it's like, if you can't afford the Fanatec, that is a brilliant like alternative. The force feedback as well. It was absolutely amazing. Like I say, amazing for when I tested it, and even that place seat is actually quite nice as well.
Yeah, that looks nice. You look comfy, man.
It really, yes. Considering I'm not a fan of bucket seats, that's actually quite nice. That was actually really nice, and yeah. So that was what I think that was Marley to that picture of me doing that. But yeah, it was absolutely incredible to be able to test that with, let's say, with Sparks and Marley and everyone. And but like I say, if anyone hasn't thought or been thinking of buying it, I mean, personally, yeah, go for it. It's such a, for £150 cheaper, it's worth it because
nice.
you're getting so much more for it.
I heard they changed some things. I heard there's a little bit different feel to it, and obviously that new technology. I know there's some stuff there. I have to look into it a little bit more, but you definitely sparked my interest.
It is because considering they've got a new load cell pedal coming as well soon for it, but you can still use the old load cell pedals for it at the moment. They've got new wheels that are coming for that wheel as well, so they really are pushing that out with new, like I say, not just the T598, but they're bringing new wheels for it. They're bringing a new load cell pedal for it as well. So I think they are really trying to get ahead of the competition against Fanatec.
Making a comeback, yeah.
Oh, amazingly, yeah. So because, like I say, they don't technically have a direct drive wheel. They do, but it's only for the PC.
Right.
So I think that therefore it's about time we've now come into the challenge.
Shout out Thrustmaster.
And PlayStation 5. So yeah, it was a remarkable thing to test that out. Yeah.
What's this little contraption here? Is this like a go-kart with a screen on it? What was this? Is this a sim rig?
Sort of thing, yeah. There is. It is like, if you can zoom that in, there is a Moser wheel connected to it, so it's like you actually see it in a go-kart. Driving. I can't remember what game.
That doesn't look comfortable.
No, I didn't even sit in it because I'm 6'1", and that is not designed for someone who's 6'1". So
speaking of giants, man.
But it looked interesting. It did look interesting, so that's why I snapped that up.
Let's look at this group of legends right here. Let's look at this group. Dutchy has to be a giant.
Yes, he's a lanky little man, isn't he?
Because Rory's what, 6'6", they say, 6'5".
I think Marley's I think 6'5", if I'm correct. Dutchy's 6'6". I think Dutchy is slightly taller than Rory. I mean, like I said, I'm 6'1". I'm still feel small compared to them two. And then Sparks still doesn't tower us, and he's about 3 meters in front of us. and that just shows you the height of Sparks Theory.
Wow, some amazing cars you guys got to see here. What an experience.
Oh yeah, yeah, like I can't remember what Zonda it was, but there was a Zonda, like new Zonda R or something like that. That was amazing to look
And the
at.
Pagani. Oh,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the guy there. I think it's not an R, but it's something, and it caused my baby the McLaren the
wow.
650S there, the Porsche, and that was I can't remember what that like LMP race car was, but I just like the look of it. So
What
I
an
was like,
event.
yeah.
When's the next, do you know when the next expo is, or when, people can plan on maybe, hey, here's a chance that we can go see
So
those guys again?
yeah, so there is one coming on in America, in Texas, in March. I don't know the date, unfortunately, but it is March 2025, and then Germany again, I believe, in October.
Nice. I
Probably the
really
end
hope
of
to make the Texas one. The goal here is to be able to interview some folks on the spot in Texas. If we can make that happen, I'd be tickled pink, that's for sure.
Well, let's say for people who are in your chat who are American who are going, let Viking know. Hopefully, you two can, I say, meet
Let's
up and
go.
do a interview.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I love to meet up, man. That's awesome. Do you have any, before we close out here, Hoggy, do you have any upcoming events? I know you participate heavily in a lot of the tournament races and stuff. And oftentimes when I try to get a hold of you, you're like, oh, I'm doing this or I'm doing this. Where can we look to see you next competing?
Right, so I do have a All Stars race for TCR. That's in, believe it's December the 12th, but don't quote me. I know it's in December, which is like all, every single team that has been in the CTC CTC Cup. So RTR, AHR, ZFS. These communities that we are all, we have a friendly competition with the communities. They pick they select their driver that they want to enter. And this year, because of my leg, bless Sonic, he's nominated me to enter this year to try and take on the rest of everyone's like number one driver or who they've selected as their chosen driver this year. So I think on top of my head it's either the 6th or the 12th of December. Again, don't quote me on that. I will put it on my Discord when close to the time. So I'm doing that, and I don't think I'm doing much. Probably just more of my challenges. Because I'm trying to do a challenge. I'm trying to do 200 laps around every racetrack on Gran Turismo. Because I know, like I say, Rory does his community races 200 laps. And stuff, but I've not seen everyone do every single 200 lap race, and I'm trying to make that a bit fun as I possibly can as well, because I know it can be long-winded, a bit boring, so I'm trying to spice up a little bit with a bit of fun, and like I did at Daytona when I was ramming off every single go-kart in a Formula 1 car. But at the moment, no, there's not really, other than that, there's not much going on at the moment, because it's sort of end of the seasons for
Right.
all the seasons I'm in. But next year, we've got AC2 coming out, and I do team up with Marley Diesel, Ryan for ACC as well. So on Sundays we do the events there as well. So
Sweet.
so not major events, but I do try and get involved with some team events with like I say streamers and.
Well, it doesn't sound like you're hard to find. It sounds like you're going to be even better come next year. It sounds like you're not taking any time off on your racecraft. I look forward to seeing you out there, man. I always get a kick out of hanging out on your channel. I know everybody else does. How can we find you? How can people find you? I know you mentioned you got Discord. I know you got the channel. Are there any other outlets that we can get a hold of you on that maybe we don't know about?
I've got basically Instagram as well. I have got one. I try and post on TikTok when I can. I forget quite a bit, if I'm honest with you. But I do have to say, a TikTok channel that I post like my live, not my live, sorry, my shorts on. And I try and put like my liveries and like shorts on Instagram as well, because I know people use other platforms, not just YouTube. So I've been told, I've been advised to start using other social medias for that as well. So so basically TikTok and Twitter. Sorry, Twitter again. That's another one I need to try and start posting a bit more. But I'm on Twitter as well. So.
Well, y'all hit him up and y'all hold him accountable, because we see the notifications coming. He's gonna be responding to you. So I'm gonna find you on Instagram. I'm not on Twitter. I probably need to get a Twitter. Probably need to get some more But I'm gonna definitely make sure that I'm connecting all those things. I'm gonna put as many links as in the description as possible. Hog, Matt, I appreciate you so much for being here, dude. You have been an awesome guest. I know we were both a little nervous at the beginning. I know all the technical stuff and difficulties and stuff, but I think we overcame them all. I think we had an amazing discussion. I know you got some shout outs. I'll give you the floor here for the next couple minutes, man. And you just thank anybody you'd like to thank and say your goodbyes, and I'll take over from there.
Well, unless anyone's got a question in the chat as well. But
yeah we'll close out with questions.
No problem. So I want to say a massive shout out to Robert Dog, as he was one of my first subscribers, who stuck with me since the start. He's done pretty much 98% of my liveries, and I just can't thank him enough because they're absolutely phenomenal. Because he knows I love the color, purple and white, and he's just got, every time he does a livery, he blows me away with his creativity and stuff. So a massive shout out to my boy Robert Dog. So I say my moderators who keep chat in check and everything like that. So you know who you are. There's quite a lot of you. So I appreciate every single one of you for taking your time to appreciating all that as well. So thank you to you guys. Again, Tisney, Tisney, Marley, Sparks, and Rory. Thank you guys for all your help in the last, especially the last, since my knee injury, basically, so say 15 months now, speaking to me in the background and trying to help me with my channel to try and grow, and Dutchy as well, that Muppet. So and Sim GT as well. So again, thank you all for being there and all supporting myself, my family, and I mean, I wish I could do everything I can to pay all it back, and one day I hope I can, any way, shape, or form. But you all know that I will be always there for you.
I'll snap it up for that, man. Well said. So I put out for anybody if they want to ask any questions to Hog. Obviously everybody got shout out. There's so many people today to thank, and I hope we gave you guys that platform to feel appreciated. As streamers and as hosts to these communities, your time is obviously the most important thing to us. So I'd like to second everything that he said, man. And everybody who helps and is behind the scenes, like the moderators and everything, all the things that we kind of go through to make this happen. You guys are the real winners, and thank you guys for spending your time here today. My biggest question to you, Hog, is if you could go back all the way to the beginning, what's the one piece of advice you would give yourself as a new streamer coming out? What's something that would resonate with you, maybe that you knew, or just something that you would reinforce from the beginning?
Basically, just be yourself. Don't try and copy anyone else. As in, when I say that, your personality will show everyone who you really are. Like, if you start to try, people are not stupid, and people will see through the lies. Like, so just be yourself. Like, be yourself, enjoy your streams. I know I could easily say straight away when I first started streaming, I was crapping my pants. I'm not gonna lie there. But I really just, it was very nerve-wracking. So you obviously just try and take a deep breath, just take your time, and eventually everything will start becoming second nature to you. Because I know people say to me, how do you chat and race at the same time? Again, I couldn't do that at start. I kept on like not concentrating and crashing every time I tried to speak to chat. But eventually it will become second nature. So you say, just take it easy, take it steady, and like I say, and just be yourself, and let everyone see how, like I say, how great you are.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. That is the number one piece of advice in life is be yourself, man. I always say, I've heard this quote when I was young, is trying to be like somebody else is a waste of the person you are. Be you, enjoy you. There's so much to learn off of everybody, pick people's brains, let people know you're a streamer, let people know you're coming in the community. Again, try not to spam chats, try not to be overly, hey, look at me. Learn the etiquette, learn to communicate, and know the community that you're in, and kind of what the norms are there. I definitely think that that's all important stuff. Thank you so much for that advice, sir. Captain Morgan wants to know when he can see some Hogston merch.
Yes. Right. So that will be coming soon. Like I said, I just want to buy the merch myself to make sure the quality is fine for you guys before you start. If anyone who wants to buy it. So you just got to really bear with me at the moment because I did want it out before Black Friday and do a sale, but I don't think that's going to be happening. But I am trying my absolute hardest to get it out before the new year. The moment I can get it out, I promise you guys, especially the community and on my Discord, you'll be the first ones to know.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. I look forward to it, man. Hopefully I can support your channel as much as I can. Hopefully you feel supported by me. Because again, I think you're an awesome person. I really appreciate you being on the show. Episode 3 is another banger, man. We gotta make
everyone enjoyed it.
Yeah, dude. Amazing group. Amazing. Everybody, thank you for coming in. Jack, ADZ, Blanco, Captain Morgan, Gabriel. We got Nadim came in, Chaos Druid, Pyro. Again, I said Captain Morgan again. He was really active. Skelly, Stag. Oh man, just so many people and everybody. RSR Ace who came in earlier. Plank. I mean, if we miss anybody, it's only because there were so many of you guys supporting. Santa, Dutchy, Rob. Thank you guys so much for being here. It truly was an honor and pleasure to be able to host you guys. We're gonna let Hoggy get back to his family, get back to his home, get back to what he does, man. I hope to see you on stream soon. Do you know when you're gonna be on next?
Probably tomorrow evening, unless anything comes up. So I'm hoping tomorrow evening.
All right, brother. Well, I will see you tomorrow evening. I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna go ahead and close out the show and say goodbye, man. I appreciate you.
Take care.
Thank you, brother.
And again, thank you for having me. And again, and as well to chat, everyone in chat as well. Thank you so much for supporting not just me, but of course the boy here, VKG.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for being a part of episode 3. That was a banger. Matt is an awesome dude. I think we all got to learn a lot about him. I know that I did. Even just talking to him over the last couple of days, building up to this, man. He's extremely informative about the community and his experiences and what he's gone through. He's always looking to help some folks. I can't think of a better person that the community has rallied around lately. And again, hardships happen in life, and it's nice to have some people that we can count on. And just guardian angels that kind of come out of nowhere, man. And all those people who are mentioned today. I really hope you feel honored and just to be a part of this man's life. I do, and I look forward to many more times and hopefully getting my ranking up so that I can compete with them a little bit. But I thank everybody for being here. We have an amazing show planned for next week. Stay tuned. We have many more after that planned. If you guys want to be a part of the wheel, please don't feel like you have to have some number by your name or anything like that. I want to know your story. I want to know what got you behind the wheel. I want to know, where your motivation lies. I want to meet your community. I want to introduce your community to my community and just make this YouTube community even better. We got a lot of eyes watching us, guys. Your example matters. So until next time, y'all, I appreciate you guys so much. I will see you out on the track. VKG is out.
It's time to start. It's time to race. Let's have some fun, good laughs and tears. HogstonGT is the place to be. Crazy and bonkers, the man with no fear. The greatest YouTube Muppet on your screen. Racing at fast pace, racing hard but clean. Trustful, respectful, not what you've come to see. Come like and subscribe, be a part of the team. Racing in the dead of night. No rules to bind me, no speed to fight. Racing HogstonGT on blackened streets. Live fast, love hard in the punk rock heat. Like and subscribe, be a part of the team. Like and subscribe, be a part of the team. The time is near to race with no fear. Have fun, laugh, tears. HogstonGT, man with no fear. Crazy and bonkers, he's totally insane. Greatest YouTube Muppets on your screen. Racing at fast pace, racing hard but clean. Racing hard but clean. Come like and subscribe, be a part of the team. Racing in the dead of night. No rules to bind me, no speed to fight. Racing HogstonGT on blackened streets. Live fast, love hard in the punk rock heat. Like and subscribe, be a part of the team. Fast, love hard in the punk rock heat. Fast pace, racing hard but clean. Come like and subscribe, be a part of the team.